guys, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. We're going to be talking all about Neo's Ultra Creamy Tarte Concealer. So I have this guy applied on one side of my face and I have the OG on the other one. So I do want to show you the difference, what they look like. I am going to wear them for the whole day and then come back at night and just wrap up the video with some comparisons and final thoughts. If that sounds fun and this is your first time here, I'm Gigi. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I do hope you subscribe for more beauty content by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and also come to my Instagram, you guys, because over there I do keep you posted on new makeup releases, new makeup sales, everything like that. So let's just go ahead and get started. Alrighty friends, so let's begin, and today we're going to be doing an all-day wear test on Tarte's Tape Shape, the ultra creamy one, and we're actually going to be doing a side-by-side. I have the OG here in the shade medium sand, so I got the same shade in the ultra creamy, and I wanted to do, you know, a whole day wearing them on each side of my face. So when it comes to the OG, I really like this concealer. I feel like this gives me flawless under eye. This concealer covers everything that I needed to cover. I do have very dark circles, and this is a concealer that I always go back to. I love that they released an ultra creamy one for people that can't really wear the OG one, because I do agree that that one is quite dry. So they are describing this product as an iconic tape shape concealer now with a built-in eye cream for 24-hour hydration. That sounds amazing. The other concealer slash eye cream that I have is this one from Cosas. It just doesn't have enough coverage. I've talked about this before, so I am going to be comparing at the end, depending how these were with other concealers. So I am going to be, you know, just giving you my thoughts on few concealers and what I think of this. The description of this guide is that it's full coverage, natural moisturizing matte finish, ultra nourishing prickly pearl for 24 hours hydration. It is meant for all skin types and especially dry and mature skin. This is described to be creamy, cushiony formula that won't cake, won't settle. The skin looks smoother, plumper, and more youthful. It's a waterproof and 12-hour crease-proof concealer. So some of the ingredients are hyaluronic acid, prickly pear, ginseng, vegan esqualane, mango butter, avocado butter, shea butter, raspberry ketone, and meadow sweet. So all these guys are going to be very hydrating for your under eyes. If this is a really nice and, you know, caring concealer for my under eyes, I am all here for this. I am going to apply a little bit of eye cream. Actually, I really like this one by them. This is their Tarte C Wink Off H2O, and I really like this guy. It feels very nourishing, and it's just a gel consistency. So I applied my eye cream this morning, but it's been like an hour or so, so I do want to be very hydrated underneath my eyes for these two guys. So I'm just gonna let that sink in for a minute. So side by side, these are them. So the new one says ultra creamy, and then at the top the new one has that purple top. So if you're storing in, you know, your concealers like this, you can just access this guy really quick. I have to say that they better the packaging, because I think they put an extra stopper in here so you're not making a huge mess and the concealer isn't going everywhere. I'm gonna show you my tape shape. It's actually very loose. You can see how gross it is all around here, and it just goes all around the bottle. Let's do a little swatch, because I think that the new one is lighter. This is the new one, and this is the regular tape shape, and they're called the same, so that's why I went with the same color. So I don't like the fact that this is already lighter. Usually when it's lighter, they're going to actually emphasize my dark circles even more. Let's just go ahead and apply. I'm going to apply that much there, and then like this. I like to apply my concealer with a brush. I'm going to take this Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush brush to buff this guy in. Okay, so I have to say that it is really lightweight, but I could totally still see my dark circles. So I think that this doesn't have as much coverage as the OG. Let's build that there just a little bit right where my dark circle. And I think as I build that up, it looks better. But definitely it's not gonna be as much coverage as this one. So let me apply the same amount. So this is the other one. What do we think? I still think that only with one coat of the OG tape shape, I was able to have better coverage on my under eyes, but I don't know. Let's set down these with a little bit of a translucent powder. And I'm gonna take my Sicily powder. Okay, these are my under eyes after I set them. I still feel the same way. I feel like this one looks just deeper and not enough coverage. And this one, I'm content with how this looks like. Let me just finish off the rest of my face and see how they set down and everything. You know, give them a minute or so and I'll be right back. Alright friends, I'm back and this is my full face makeup. I was playing with some Jaclyn Hill products, so that's why I'm all glowy and blushy. If you're interested in that video, I'll link it above. But you guys, these are my under eyes. I do feel the same way that I did when I first freshly apply them. I feel like this eye just looks deeper and it looks a little bit more coverage in my opinion. Not a ton if you don't suffer from dark circles, and then this is gonna be enough for you. But for me and my mad dark circles, I think that it is too noticeable. So I look a little bit just dull and tired on this side of my face. I feel like this side, it just looks very like very blurred, very perfected. This eye isn't as blurred as this one, I do feel like, but so far this is what we're looking like. It is about 9 in the morning. I am gonna get my day going. I'm gonna come back in the afternoon, late afternoon, and show you what they look like. I don't think we need to like really wear a concealer. I did wanted to mainly do a side-by-side and see, you know, the coverage and everything, but when I come back at night, we'll wrap up the video with some comparison and other concealers that I love. So I'm gonna get going. I'll see you guys in my hey friends, I'm back and it's about 5-ish in the afternoon, so I'm ready to wrap up the video. I wanted to just show you what my under eye looks like and then do the comparisons with other concealers that I love. So let me bring you in so you can see what my under eye looks like. Okay, so you saw really up close, they are very long wearing concealers, both of them are, but I just feel the same way as I did when I first freshly applied them. I just need more coverage on this eye. This one is just a fuller coverage, even though this one is like drying for some people. To me, I guess I don't have a super dry under eyes. It didn't crack, it didn't settle on smile lines. either of them did. Even though this one is a creamy concealer, it didn't really, you know, just like accumulated into my little lines, and that's something that I do really like and appreciate. I'm going to talk about another creamy concealer that does, you know, settle on my lines, but this one didn't. So even though it didn't cover it as much as I would like it to, I do feel like it's really nice. It is really smoothing as well. It is long wearing. So I think that the way I will continue to use this concealer is with a corrector. My favorite corrector is this one by Bobbi Brown. I have the shade medium to dark bisque. And so this is what I would do. I usually correct my dark circles anyways, but with Shape Tape, I don't do that because it has too much coverage. I don't like this. It's just not enough coverage for me. I do like to look like this, so I don't feel like very tired. When I don't have enough coverage, I do feel like my under eye just feels like sunken and just super tired anyway. So those are my thoughts on this one. It's a really nice coverage concealer. I do feel like if you don't suffer from dark circles, you're gonna be content with this one. It's really nice. It's really creamy. It blends really nicely. I have really no complaints other than I need more coverage. So the concealer that I wanted to compare this one to is this one by Kosas. So this is also claiming to be an eye cream hybrid concealer, and that's the same with this one. I do love that they both have really nourishing ingredients for your under eyes, so you could sort of like skip eye cream. So that's something really nice. That's something to keep in mind. I like this one, but this does settle my little lines. So this is not as flawless as this is. So this is more creamy, but it has the same amount of coverage. So these two are very comparable. If you already have Kosas, you don't need that one. If you were thinking about Kosas, I think Tarte is also nice. This one is clean, so I guess it has better ingredients than this one has. So something to keep in mind. When it comes to my Pat McGrath, this is my favorite concealer. The coverage, creamy, everything. This is like my fave. This I would say it is in between like this. So this is OG, this is Tarte, and then this is the newer when it comes to the coverage and how I like a concealer. I really like this one because it covers, but it's also creamy, blendable. I could use it all over my face as well. So I love this one. I also wanted to talk briefly about the Margie cups. This is something that is also comparable to this one. This one is meant to be full coverage, but I don't find it to be full coverage. I think that I still would like to correct if I want to use this all by itself, or really like, you know, apply a little bit more than usual. This is also very creamy and nourishing underneath your eyes, but it doesn't claim to be, you know, like an eye cream like the creamy does. I'm gonna swatch them and then we're gonna blend some concealers to see if we can see the difference in the texture. Nice. So this is Marc Jacobs, very creamy, and you can see how stretchable that is. And then this is the Tarte. I do feel like Marc Jacobs has a little bit more coverage than the other one. I did also want to talk about Hourglass's Vanish concealer. This one is also a really nice concealer. I really like it. I think that this is really flawless and full coverage. I have the shade Bitch, and this is one that I could compare more to the original Shape Tape, not the creamy, because this one is very full coverage. It's a little bit dry, not super drying, but it is drying. I feel like it dries to a powdery finish, let's say. So that's the Hourglass one. Let's swatch Pat McGrath on here. I show you what this looks like. So this is very creamy. You can see that all the way to my left it was the creamy concealer. You can see that it has a little bit of a sheen, you know, that hydrating sheen. Let me do the Kosas. This one is even more hydrating, I think. So Kosas and a Tarte on both ends. So this is a Kosas that it has a little bit of a sheen as well. Then this is the new creamy. The Marc Jacobs is also like really shiny. If you can see, our glasses is really matte, and then this one is Pat McGrath, this line here, which is a really middle of the road. So wrapping up, going back to this guy after all this swatching, I've got to say that I do like it. I really like it. I'm going to continue to use it. I have to correct as mentioned, but nonetheless, I think it's a great concealer. If you have dry skin, if you have mature skin, I think it's going to be for you. Even though it is creamy, it isn't going to settle on your under eyes. So that's something that is going to be, as I said, mature friendly kind of concealer, and it's also really smoothing and flawless. Alright friends, and that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this concealer? What do you think of the comparisons? Which is your fave holy grail concealer? I need to know. Have you tried the new ultra creamy? Thoughts, drop them below. Thanks so much you guys for your love and support. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.